I like to listen very briefly to the back. You don't have to do anything, just breathe normally before I start doing any sort of vigorous adjustments. And we'll just do kind of like a full body tune-up. And I just want you to follow it with your eyes only, okay? And I want you to tell me if there's any pain or discomfort with this.
A little bit in those
same areas here. These paraspinals down here are super tight. Oh my God. I already have 2 big jumps. For today's session, I wanted to pop in and give you a little insight of why and how I got into ASMR. I have really struggled with my mental health probably since I was a teenager. I have pretty bad anxiety and insomnia, and that has led me to try a lot of things to work for my mental health over the years. And ASMR is amazing, and it's a huge part of that. So I'm very grateful to be able to bring that to you every single day. But the other thing that helped, and I'll be honest about this, is therapy and medication. And I'm really happy to share today's sponsor with you, Grow Therapy, because I know that therapy platforms have kind of had a bad reputation in the past, and there has been a real need in this space for easy to access, affordable mental health care that you can reach from the inside of your home that also has a real human quality to it. So the way Grow Therapy works is that it's per session. So you don't have to pay for any sort of subscription. You don't have to commit to a certain amount of sessions. You can go online, you can book instantly, and be matched up with a therapist in as little as 2 days. They also accept over 125 insurances across the country, including Medicare in some states. These partnerships and access means that people are paying an average of $21 per session, and some people pay as little as $0 per session with their specific insurance. When you sign up for your session, you can sort for therapists based on gender identity and language or faith and more. So you can make sure you find someone who matches with you, and you get all this information about them up front, including a bio, so you know exactly who you're meeting. And for me, that really increases the comfort and takes away one of my anxiety factors when it comes to opening up to people, which is the unknown. If you want to start your mental health care journey, you can use the link in my description to find out more about Grow Therapy, or click here on the QR code for easier and faster access to care. Thank you so much to Grow for sponsoring today's video. Now relax and enjoy. Hi Mia.
Hi.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad you could come in today for an assessment, chiropractic assessment, and we'll just do kind of like a full body tune-up. Because I know you, on your intake, you said you worked kind of like a physical job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you mind if I do a little palpating of the back and the neck while you talk to me about your lifestyle?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm on my feet all day, 4 days a week, and I definitely find my lower back is the source of my pain.
Okay.
Most of the time. My neck and my arms too, but I feel like it's like when I go home, it's hard for me to like stand up off the couch sometimes. So that's definitely the main focus.
And when you're up on your feet, those 4 days a week you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just in one spot, or are you like walking, moving around?
I would say I'm stationary most of the time, but there's moving around. That happens.
Just feeling the joints.
Yeah.
Okay. And with your low back, describe that pain a little bit to me. Is it like a searing pain, like someone's stabbing you? Is it like a dull ache where you're getting a throbbing type of sensation?
It can be both. I would say most of the time it is a little bit more like, whoa, out of nowhere when you stand up, but I feel like...
Kind of like a zinger is what they call that, yeah.
A zinger. for sure. But like on average, maybe just more of like, oh dang, my back is sore.
Okay. Are there any positions that make it worse?
Yeah, like sometimes my job involves washing people's hair. So like bending over in the sink to do that.
Okay. I might have you stand for me in a moment, and I'm going to do some tests, but...
Cool.
And then does anything make it feel better? So this would be things like certain positions, icing, an anti-inflammatory, something like that.
If I'm like on the couch or laying in a bed, if I just like put my knees up, that helps a lot.
So when you stretch out that lower back and you give it space.
Yeah.
So we're talking probably compression.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can kind of sit back and relax now. What I'm feeling is that, are you right-handed?
I am.
Yeah, so the right side is way tighter. You feel kind of that compaction versus here is a little more loosey.
Yeah.
So are you holding like the hair dryer and things with the right hand?
Yeah.
And then your scissors are also in the right hand generally?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the right side feels way worse, way more blocked up. And do you mind just turning gently this way? I just want to look down at the spine. Any tenderness or pain when I press here? Okay. So you do a lot of repeated motions. Repeated motions are going to cause a couple things. It can cause swelling and inflammation, which can press on a nerve. So you might essentially be activating a nerve in that low back at some point, get swollen up. Because I'm guessing, does that actually happen less after you've taken a few days off?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, we'll feel swelling. And then you do have swelling in your right trapezius, and it comes down. Shoulders feel okay to me. Can you shrug your shoulders for me? Any pain with that? Okay. And can you push your head back into my hand? Any pain with that? Okay, and forward into my hand. How's that tension-wise, pain?
A little more than going back, but not bad.
Okay, and is it here in the occipital area, or is it more lower, like down here in the thoracic?
A little higher up.
Like here? Okay, try one more time. I just want to feel those muscles activate. Okay, yeah, it's just tight. So especially right here. Does that feel a little tenderness when I touch it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it feels really, really bad. And that's, you know, it's a different experience than most people have. Most people have this sort of like forward posture from desk work. Yours is really not that bad. So like you have almost no like kyphosis here, no leaning forward, a little bit forward of the neck, but like not too bad compared to someone who's just sitting all day. So it's just a different problem. It's not better, not worse. Okay. And do you get headaches at all?
Not really, no.
Okay, good. Just looking at the swelling, comparing side to side. Muscle tone's really good though. Now swinging back around, I'm gonna do some fun tests. I'm gonna press on your head, and I want you to tell me if there's any pain or discomfort with this.
A little bit in those
Same areas here, okay. And I'm gonna lift up now and tell me if that feels better, worse, or nothing.
That feels great.
That feels really good. Okay, again, compression. All those things are signaling compressions. Okay. Taking the temperature in a couple of spots. With compression, with swelling, we can expect heat, but we shouldn't expect excessive heat, so we'll just look for that. So it's definitely a little warmer around the neck. And that's also kind of typical. You've got your hair covering it. It's a nice blood-filled area. I'm not seeing any atypical temperature at this point. And if I lift the arm up. So I'm getting all between kind of 97 and 99, and those are typical readings. Ooh, I love your little caterpillar.
Thank you.
That is so cute. Reminds me of A Bug's Life. I'm a beautiful butterfly. Remember that? I love that.
So good.
I'm easily amused, yeah. Okay, a couple more tests. Now these are technically, and I'm going to switch you towards me again. These are technically neurological tests, but I like to always perform a few of them, just basic ones, before I work on your spine and your back, because if you have any indication that there could be some issues with the nerves in your head, or what's called the cranial nerves, then we don't want to be doing any pressure on the back, okay?
Right.
So I'll have you stare at the tip of this, and I just want you to follow it with your eyes only, okay? Any of that cause discomfort behind the eyes? No. Okay, can you follow it in for me? Yeah, nice. And out, perfect. And then I'm going to shine a light. You got such lovely eyes, big eyes. I wonder if your peripheral is extra good. Go ahead and cover one of your eyes. And stare, here, I'm going to come right in front of you. I want you to stare at my nose and tell me when you see this thing wiggle. Yeah? Good. Oh yeah, you got some good eyeballs. Okay, switch sides for me. Nice. Better than mine. Okay. And while I have this, I'll test your reflexes. So try and relax for me. And is that all right in that position? Give me all your weight. I feel like you're holding out on me. There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, it's hard. It's to give up that control, especially for someone who is very physically active, is really hard. Got some nice nails too. Very put together. I'm probably due for a manicure.
It's for that trip.
All right. I'll test your legs. Well, step out of the chair for me and come back in it and kneel on it so that your legs are up. And just relax. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to this and you can sit back down.
Thank you.
Your knees, and just sort of put you on the, there you go. You're not super reactive. You should be kicking. That's okay. Everyone is different. But if you're very tight in the tendons, it could also like lead to some discomfort and pain.
Okay.
All right, so I think I'm gonna have you stand up and I'm gonna move the chair. I'm gonna do a couple standing tests for your low back. All right, so I do wanna test the low back in a couple places. So I'm gonna have you bend over and touch your toes. Pain with that, or does that feel good?
That feels good.
Okay, and now come back up as far as you can and back as far as you can. And does that cause you any pain?
Yeah.
Okay, point to where that is. Right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And is it like this whole area here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna feel the sides. So yeah, these paraspinals down here in the low back are super tight and angry. Does that cause tenderness when I touch it? Does it like feel like, oh, I need to get a massage there?
Yes.
Is it shooting pains though, the way that?
Not right now, no.
Okay, I'm gonna knock you here. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not a kidney thing, that's good. All right, and I want you to dip down, so you look at me like that. Yep, does that cause any discomfort in the mid-back?
A little bit along the spine.
Along the spine right here? Is it the whole way? Come back out. This side, that side, middle?
Kind of middle.
Kind of middle, right in that same spot. Okay, try the other side. And does that cause as much discomfort?
Different kind, more just like this.
More stretching in the oblique. Okay. And so I do want you to do a little bend forward and bend back again, but just a little bit. So you don't have to go all the way down, come back to here, stop right there, and then come back up slowly, just to straight. Just looking for the expansion. So that's a little less than I'd like to see there. So again, seems like the joints are just a little bit compressed in this area. We can do some stretching out there. And relax. Can you go up on your tippy toes? Does that cause any pain in the legs or low back?
No.
Okay, go down and come back on your heels, and I've got you. Does that cause any discomfort?
Actually, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit here, okay. So just right here is bothering you? Okay, I'm gonna twist you this way. How's that?
Feels good.
This way feels okay?
A little bit more pain on that.
A little bit more pain. And again, still straight in the middle though?
Yeah.
Okay. And then last little thing, I'm just gonna have you test your strength. So if you push back against me, very good, and push forward against me, very good. Any pain when you do that, like activating those muscles?
A little more forward.
A little more forward than backwards? Okay. All right, so yeah, so let's have you lay down on the table, put your face in that hole, and we'll take a better look with you laying down. Okay, Mia, so I'm gonna shake you around, and you let me know if there's any of that sharp shooting pain. There might be a little tenderness just as I work along the muscle groups, but I don't want it to be like, ouch, jumping off the table. I'm gonna move this pillow to be a little bit more under your legs so that theirs takes a little pressure off that low back. Lift your legs for just a second. Just fix that there. That's okay there? Okay. So let's run the Nervoscope down the back, and I will be making a few marks just where I'm seeing it pop. What this does is it measures for temperature variations, and that is a big indicator if there's any issues with the nerves themselves. So I think there will be for you because you have compression signs, but we'll just see. Oh my God. Yeah, I was right about that. Okay. This is good though, you're here. Ready to make some changes. So I already have 2 big jumps. So when you're working, your arms are above your shoulders quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
60% of the time.
Right. I'm seeing some pinching right in here, which, you know, you're lifting your arms, these muscles and your scapula start coming together and you get this like pinching effect. Not a bad thing, just a thing that you have to deal with. Yeah, there's all three of those are irritated. It's just right here. It's all right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll check down low back too. Back's not too bad on that setting. A little bit right there. So that's lumbar. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you got a little mark, little spike in that mid back there. Okay, yeah, so it's mostly up there. You've got one on L3, and yeah, that's okay. One in thoracic, but I'm gonna mark a couple other places. So I want to get a feel for the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then I'm gonna measure the symmetry. This will show us if one is higher than the other. I feel cold on the back. It's just the cool metals. So left side over here is higher than right side. Oh yeah, by like a good inch. Or centimeter rather, sorry. An inch would be quite a lot. Yeah, so 19 centimeters, 20 centimeters. So I'm feeling the muscle, kind of seeing what direction these knots and fibers are falling into. Everything's just pulling upwards a little bit. So some bad one right here. Not as bad on the other side, because yeah, we said the right side was worse. One right here. It's all kind of just traveling like that. And you do hit one here as well, actually. going to place some pressure on the back. And I'm just trying to kind of stretch you backwards, bringing down those shoulders a little bit, especially on the right side, or on the left side rather, to meet the right. Creating some space for these crunched up vertebrae right in the neck. And this should feel good and relieving. Might feel a little stretchy, but let me know if it's painful. It shouldn't feel like, ow. That a little oil. Okay, I'm gonna do my first adjustment, and it's gonna be a sort of twist of the thoracic in the back. So what I'm trying to do is get this right side to come down a little bit and set the ribs back in place. So you'll feel this sort of twist and push, and then there'll be a little impulse. So I want you to take a deep breath in and out. Excellent. I'm going to do that same movement just a little bit lower, so I want you to take another deep breath. And out. Not so bad? Okay. Good. Now I'm going to set this shoulder back in place just a little bit. One more breath in. Nice and slow out. I like to listen very briefly to the back. You don't have to do anything, just breathe normally before I start doing any sort of vigorous adjustments as far as deep tissue massage, things like that. We want to make sure that we didn't do anything to bother the lungs with the joint movement. Sounds feel clear. This is just a little plain body oil. It's going to help me glide along the skin and not bruise you too much. We'll do a little scraping probably. I do like to describe what I'm feeling to you, just so you kind of know what's going on in your own body. But let me know if you have any questions in addition as well. So you feel those little pops and things that are kind of moving underneath my fingers. So that is the muscle fibers. When they get tight and stressed, they basically like hold hands together. It's the best way to, they overlap. And just by loosening them up, we are telling them to relax. We're moving around some of the blood flow and the waste out through the lymphatic system and essentially reducing the swelling. And when we reduce the swelling here, we reduce the pinching as well. We've had some discomfort up here, so I'm going to work into the scalp a little. Little tug. Good. I'm going to use an activator. This is a little clicky thing. It's gentler than when I push, but it still moves things back into place. I'm going to use these on some of the cranial fascias. Using my hands to feel for spots of tension and for bumps. Sufficiently messed up your hair enough for now. So let's look at the low back for just a few, because I want to give that a good amount of attention before the session ends. I'm going to rock you gently on the table. And lift this up. Tightness in the low back. Okay, good. The other side. Same thing, not too bad. Okay, excellent. Check the leg length. Yeah, that's pretty equal actually. That means the hips are pretty aligned. So I actually don't do low back adjustments in the sense of like the cracking, traditional cracking. I don't think it's good. Low back is so sensitive, and there is this bundle of nerves at the sacrum that lead down to the legs that are just like super, super sensitive and can get pinched really easily. So we're going to focus mostly on massage and the small micro adjustments with the activator. But I want to do a little Tok Sen first, which is essentially just a tapping on the muscles to tell them to relax. So if this is too intense, you let me know. Feels just like that, okay? Give those a knock, and I'm just going to do the hip right here. Okay, so this is a little electric impulse tool. You may feel a little muscle twinge, you may feel nothing at all. It's a pretty low frequency. But this is all we're doing is telling the muscles to stop pulling on your spine. Telling them to relax and give space. let's finish off with some acupressure work. And are you comfortable with me placing a few cupping tools on you?
Yeah.
Okay. If it hurts or feels bad in any way, you can just stop me. But I think I want to just attack this right side a little bit. So that's what that feels like. Is that okay? Or is that too intense?
No, that's great.
Okay. While I do that, I'm just gonna pick a few spots to poke at. You're turning pretty red right away. I honestly expected that. You've got a lot of buildup, especially on that right side. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be less on your left side. Cool that down a little. Yeah, so definitely not quite as red on the left side, but still having a reaction. So the ones on your right side are kind of sticking around and bruising. Those might take a day or two to go away. The ones on your left side, as soon as I take them off, they're pretty much just going away because it's not really pulling anything up. Spiky roller on the low back. I feel okay? And just do some cold therapy to reduce swelling and inflammation, and then I think that'll be kind of enough on your body for one day. All right. Give that a couple days to settle in. I'll send you home with some exercises to stretch out that mid-low back. It's a lot of forward folds, just creating space, being aware if you're kind of bending back on your heels in your work, sort of working on that posture of finding the midline. But you do a lot of physical activity and you do a lot of repetitive physical activity, and sometimes the best recovery is to get sessions like this. So you can always book in with us whenever you need, okay? All right, thanks, Mia. I'll check in with you at the front. We can talk about next steps.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks again to Grow for sponsoring today's relaxation. Don't forget to check them out in the link in my description.